Welcome to the jungle.
Should we both say it at the same time? Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle. Oh no. It broke the mic. Welcome to Versus, the show where we pit two subjects against each other and see which one comes out on top through any means necessary. This is Ellie and Ollie, and this week we're tackling one of the most divisive, earth-shattering, friendship-destroying topics out there. One that has kept humanity guessing since the dawn of time. One that has fueled the late-night conversations of teenage boys
And girls.
everywhere. Which animal would win in a fight?
Gorilla versus grizzly bear.
Okay, going into it blind, without research, my initial pick is definitely going to be the bear, just because
I agree.
they seem massive and quick and strong.
And when I think about bears, do they walk on their back feet a lot? Can they do that?
I think they can stand. They can definitely stand. I don't know if
Can
they
they
walk.
fight on their back feet? Because that I almost think could somewhat sway this a little bit, potentially.
Yeah, that's what I found.
So if you have a bear, which is already how tall?
I think when they stand, like one of the biggest bears is like 6'9" or something.
Oh my gosh. See, that's really big. So if they're both on their back legs.
A bear is a lot bigger that way. The average height of a gorilla is between 4 and about 6 feet. It's more like 5'10", but pretty close. The tallest ever recorded was 6'5", which is pretty tall. It's pretty tall. Apparently, when they're standing, they're almost 9 feet tall.
Wow.
Which that is insane.
So we have what? 9 feet compared to 6'9" was the tallest ever recorded?
Yes, I believe
6
so.
feet 9 inches compared to 9. So a bear could be taller.
A bear is almost assuredly taller.
Is almost always taller.
Yeah. So that's and they both do fight like that. So
they're on okay. But honestly, in a fight, does height really change things?
I guess it depends on how they fight, because if you're trying to bring it down, I mean the 9 foot tall
a
behemoth.
Bear would. That's 3 feet.
That's
over 3 feet.
That would be hard to bring that thing down. What about weight?
Because if the bear is taller and it also weighs more, it could.
Yeah, a brown bear anywhere from 180 to 1,300 pounds.
In coastal areas, they can weigh. That's when they weigh more. Over 1,000 pounds. But then in interior areas is where they don't weigh as much.
Interesting.
Bears weigh the least when they emerge from their dens in the spring, and can increase their weight by over half during the late summer and fall.
So an increase of 50%?
Yeah.
At least 1,000 pounds.
Yes.
And 9 feet tall.
That is huge.
That's massive. That's a massive animal.
And then the silverback is what?
Anywhere between 220 and 600 pounds. So definitely not small.
That weight, ooh.
I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon for a bear to double even the biggest gorillas.
Ooh.
So that's hard.
Okay, so let's talk about their strength. What are the bites? Gorillas' punch force, too, can be up to 2,700 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Punch.
Yeah, that is crazy. And I doubt that a bear could beat that in pure strength.
I think they're stronger, silverbacks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they have more force than a bear would.
Definitely. And they're strong. They're built. Like we all know what gorillas look like. Those things are crazy.
Bears have claws, though.
Yeah.
So if that takes a swipe, it has a club, like it has a paw.
It would do some damage.
Silverbacks don't have that, but they can also
they
grab.
and
they could grab a claw.
They can lift upwards of 1,800 pounds, like at their strongest.
But do you think during a fight, that's what it's gonna be? It's gonna be lifting it.
Well, lifting
like
is like different than obviously grappling, pushing, wrestling. But I mean, that's a lot of strength that you could use.
It could lift it up and throw it.
Theoretically, yes, it could.
Because when you say lift, I think you just mean like pick up.
Yeah,
in
which
a fight that
No, but I mean
But
that strength is still transferred when you're.
Yeah, they could lift up and throw.
Yeah, or even when you're just tackling, or I mean, you're still strong no matter what.
True, yeah.
Well,
I think Silverback takes the cake for me.
So far, it's looking like it. Let's talk about
solely because of, like you said, like their strength, their punch. They're so powerful.
Yeah, the bear does have the speed and they've got the claws, but I mean, the gorilla is just built like an MF, man.
It has the strength, and I think in this fight, I do think the claws are an important.
It would do some damage.
Yeah, I do think.
I think that there's a lot of damage to be done to the gorilla.
Yes, it's not going to walk away uninjured.
No, but
they take the cake.
I think they do.
They win.
Well, I think we're calling it.
Winner, gorilla.
So we've settled the first age-old question. Now we're gonna get into some of the not newer, but some different ones. So our next fight is
Lion versus wolves.
I think it's a pack.
It is a pack.
Isn't we? Yeah. This changes it.
It
if
does
it was,
change numbers.
So a typical wolf pack is around 5 to 8 wolves.
Let's get into some numbers then. So the average weight of a male wolf is anywhere from 70 to 110 pounds, and the average weight for a female is 60 to 80 pounds. So they're definitely not small animals. I mean...
Yeah, it looks like an average lion is around 260 pounds for... Oh, that's a female lion. Male lions can get up to almost 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Or over.
So that's why we're doing this one versus many, because one single lion would probably wreck even a female lion, because female lions are the ones that hunt. The male lions, like...
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Okay. So a female lion versus a wolf pack of 5.
Yeah.
So something to really consider when talking about wolves, too, when they hunt large game, they typically go out and surround their prey.
That's the other thing, is wolves, I mean, it's where the term pack comes from. I mean, wolves work as a team.
True. And let's think about its claws.
Yeah.
A lion has extremely sharp claws.
Yeah, those things are insane. And their paws in general are huge. I mean, they're as big as like a human face.
A lion could use its claws to take out one wolf and then use its paw to take out another. In a single hit, I think it could do both.
Yeah.
Depending how close the wolves are to each other.
That is true.
But if it's surrounding its prey and it has to go around to each individual wolf, I don't know.
It might be a little harder.
It's harder.
So the claws are razor sharp of a lion. They're apparently as strong as like carbon fiber, which is crazy to me that that's just like a thing that an animal has. And you also got to think of how muscular those are, because like we said, they are running.
They're strong animals.
Yeah, they're running constantly.
They're climbing. They're hunting.
Yeah, exactly.
So is a wolf, though. So they've got some force to them as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of force, should we talk about their bites?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like for a wolf, that would be the main way to kind of bring it down. Would be a bite, right?
You'd think so, because I think that is their main attack.
I don't think lions can swat, though. A lion's bite is crazy, and the fact that they can swat, and I don't think wolves can really do that, because they
don't really use their legs so much as paws. It's more for running, I believe. Because, I mean,
that makes me skeptical.
Yeah, you think of how strong a lion is. I mean, you could probably just smack, like if a wolf's jumping at it, it could probably just smack it.
But if there's 5,
yeah. That's why I think the numbers really come in. Okay. So a wolf's bite is about 400 pounds of pressure, or PSI, which that's pretty good. But then you think a lion is 650 PSI. So that's obviously a big difference. But you also, if we're talking wolf packs, that's at least 5.
Yeah, it's multiplied.
5 animals with that PSI attacking at once.
I originally came into this thinking wolf pack, but looking at, first off, their size. But what really pushes them over the edge for me is their clubs. Yeah. I think if you get swatted and you can also get bit, you can also outrun them.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just seems like they're winning
Just for the sake of who wins.
For the sake of argument, I think. Okay, well, 8. If we're
pack
talking
are gonna
averages, it'd probably be about 6. 6 something like that.
Okay. We'll do an average then. We'll do wolf pack of 6 and male or female lion.
I guess for the sake of argument, we should say male.
Male.
And
a male that doesn't weigh the most they could.
Sure.
500-pound male.
Yeah, I don't know. Even then, I can't see it happening.
What?
I can't see them bringing a lion down easily. I mean, at least a couple of them are going to die.
No, for sure. But I think in the end they could win.
Dang. Well, I don't know.
We have a toss-up on this one. Maybe we'll have to have someone.
I think we'll
have an expert come in.
Winner. Undecided?
Today, we're going to hear from a zoology expert. Their name is... Welcome to the show today. We're so excited that you wanted to come on to talk about this very important topic.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us about your qualifications?
Well, I just spent about 45 minutes after class researching the topic you emailed me, so I think I have a pretty good grounding on where I stand on this issue.
Today we're examining a fight between a lion and a pack of wolves. However, this is going to be one average-sized male lion, which comes in at about 500 pounds, versus a pack of 6 wolves.
I think it's gotta be the wolf pack, mainly because of they have strength in numbers, and I mean they're working strategically. They're working together. They're all working together to bring down the same enemy. The lion does have the pure strength, but the wolves have the strategy. And I think that's hard to beat in a situation like this.
Winner. Wolves.
This episode is sponsored by Smart Pet. Although this episode mainly talks about non-domesticated animals, you can't forget about your furry friends at home. Since they probably won't be out battling in the wild, you may as well be pampering them at home. Save 10% on your Smart Pet order with the code VERSES at checkout.
Chimp versus human.
Chimp versus human.
Now this is one for the ages.
Do you think any human can outbeat a chimp?
Should we run through some numbers first and then decide?
Yeah. Okay. The average chimp only weighs between 57 to 154 pounds. I would say most of the population weighs over that.
Yeah, most adults definitely.
Yes.
How tall can they get? 5.5
3
feet?
to 6 feet. I think that's on all fours.
Okay.
But I think they typically move about on all fours.
Yeah.
However, if they were fighting...
Yeah, because then they'd be using their hands. They do have hands. I mean, that's why this is a good fight.
Humans have hands.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's why that's a good point.
I think a chimp would be way stronger.
As much as 3 to nearly 5 times stronger than a strapping human.
What is a strapping human?
I think just like a pretty fit human.
Okay, like an active.
Yeah. So strength is like relatively comparable to an average person.
So we can kind of ignore that factor because it kind of evens out.
They do bite. They use their canines. Yeah, chimps. Well, I guess humans too. Chimps have a bite force of 1,300 psi.
Oh man, what is a human?
Scientists estimate that our jaws can deliver only 162 psi.
So that almost to me takes the cake.
So that is a big thing.
That's a really big factor.
Because apparently they will actually bite their opponents in the wild. So there's no reason to believe they wouldn't use that on humans.
So I think when you're taking the bite force and you're taking their strength compared to a strapping young man, that mixed with a bite, I don't think there's any human that could take on a chimp.
They are relatively aggressive compared to a lot of other animals.
Like, they're gonna fight to win.
Yeah.
They're not.
If a chimpanzee is really thinking it's fighting for its life, I mean, it would definitely go all out.
It's gonna break out all of its
everything it's got at
all
its
of its
disposal.
qualities are gonna, those teeth are gonna come out.
Yeah, that could throw it. I don't know. It seems like everything's kind of pointing towards the chimp on this one.
I think I would say that. Chimp is the champ.
Chimp is the champ.
For this round.
Chimp is the champ.
Winner. Chimp.
everything in today.
Yeah.
Wraps it up.
I'm really hoping we don't get a lot of vitriol in the response to this episode.
Thank you for joining us and being a part of it.
Yeah.
And a special thanks to our guest.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.